Bulk at minute 16 now has a T2 Navy that's shielded at Can's base. You see a cruiser shooting from far away and 3 destroyers under a shield. However, Can's ACU can walk around because the UEF do not have very strong torpedoes. Now a T2 drop onto Mize's island from Boomer. A bunch of T2 tanks. Which easily take care of the T1 presence on the island from Mize, and will most likely take the island over. So a very nice T2 drop by Boomer. And to follow up the successful drop, Boomer sends in a bunch of NGs to take over the island. Boomer begins his second drop from the island to the mainland. He's taking his T2 tanks. Not much anti-air from Mize. And the tanks have been successfully dropped off. You can see in the distance Mize's navy is being killed off. Some T2 UEF don't have the numbers. On the other side, Bulk continues domination and now kills Can's ACU. As soon as Can got out of the water, he was in a lot of trouble. And now part of the first ASF battle, where DCCC seems to have the numbers as well as better micro. With Mojo for the most part running away the whole time. Mize takes his ACU, puts it on a T2 transports, and begins flying over to Mojo's base. Changes direction. Appears that he wants to go to the middle. Drops off at Tnuk's base where there's a chicken about halfway done. Tnuk's base is under a pretty big assault from the UEF Navy from Baulk, so it won't be around for too long. I see some anti-missile from Tnuk, but it isn't enough to kill all the missiles. You see Mize helping in the construction of the chicken, which has now been finished. See the other side of Tnuk's base is actually getting assaulted by Cybern from Cab. So a bit of a sandwich. The EF Navy realizing there's a chicken chasing it and begins running away. There's plenty of shields to minimize the damage. Now more shields coming in. The UEF shield reinforcement caused the chicken to actually retreat. Mize is back on his transport flying away. And actually here we see Tnuk pausing and unpausing his ACU. Looks like he's most likely getting the teleport, trying to keep his eco alright from stalling by pausing his ACU. And as this is happening, we see Mojo actually moving in pretty aggressively with his ASF. Looks like he's looking for a fight over DCCC's base. And the numbers are pretty close, so it's gonna have to be micro. And at least early on, it looks like Mojo will win, and he definitely will. So Mojo's team now has air control because he has one ASF actually over DCC's production. You can see how DCC might respond to this. Now it appears that Mize has exploded on his transport. Probably got close to one of these cruisers and got shut down. So maybe he was trying to get to the island or to the main base here. And now the chicken has been destroyed in the middle, and a fatty actually coming in from Carlos. So now Tnuk's base is pretty much out of luck. He's got UEF and a little more UEF of different color. That's going to kill all of his units. See a big NG exodus going on here. Look at Tnuk's ACU. He's getting pretty close to finishing whatever upgrade. Looks like teleport looks pretty expensive that he's making. And Mojo has total air control at this point. There is a little ASF from DCCC, but Mojo should be able to kill off any ASF that he would want to. And now this Exodus actually being assaulted by a Cyber Navy from Boomer. So now at minute 27, 45 seconds, Tnuk begins his tele. And we can see where he's going. He's going to go right behind DCC's base, and it builds a stealth field. And then begins making attack missiles, which is a really nice move by Tnuk here. The situation for Mojo's team is pretty bad. All 3 out of 4 bases have basically been completely destroyed. A few T1 mass extractors and a few running NGs left. You can see that a bunch of T2 flak from DCCC is actually killing off quite a few of these ASF that Mojo has patrolling, and a 13 kill T3AA from DCC, and this has been completely ASF here, so pretty costly T3AA for Mojo. And it appears that Tnuk has been completely undetected with 7 attack missiles and a stealth field. So unless there's a Omni here somewhere, he should be undetected. It appears that DCCC is looking for a teleport protection here, making a bunch of T1 PD. Don't see any missile defense from him, so he's probably not seeing any of these missile launchers basically within range of his ACU. Now at 30 minutes 30 seconds, 8 attack missiles have been launched at DCC's ACU by Tnuk, and no defense. DCCC gets sniped. A very nice move by Tnuk here. Situation for his team still is pretty much hopeless though, because the fatty moving in, total naval domination, even though DCC is not dead. He has given all of his units. Now it appears that Boomer should be able to spot Tnuk, and Tnuk's little base begins to be dismantled, and Tnuk begins another teleport. It appears he is trying to teleport over behind a box base here. But because Tnuk doesn't have enough power, he will not be able to complete this tele. Oh, he actually does. Just in time, on a 1k health. And yet another stealth field. He is spotted very quickly and begins Another teleport. This will be another close one with the bombers coming in. And that was very close. He dies just before he was able to teleport out. So very well played by Tnuk on this one. And now we see a fatty moving in deep into Mojo's base, as expected. Shooting everything up. So very soon Mojo should die, so the game is pretty much over. Mojo might try to go and overcharge this thing, but he probably won't even get to do that. He is getting sniped by T2 bombers from Boomer. Strong T2 shields from Aeon. Actually, I would get one overcharge out at that fatty, but dies anyway. So, a really interesting game to watch. Hope you enjoyed it.